Alright, what's going on, guys? Much like the first game, I did a video on how to download players, logos, venues, all that sort of stuff. Obviously scenarios is part of this one now. I don't think there's any pre-made scenarios, so all the scenarios have to be the ones that are created by people playing the game. So I've had a lot of questions lately on, like, a lot of the videos I do are generally simulation videos, except I am actually playing them this time round, unlike the first game. But just purely because how the AI is. But yeah, I've had a number of people asking, oh, how do you get, like, Djokovic, or how do you get Team, and things like that. I don't have that player in my game. So basically, all you want to do is go into the academy. So, like, this is the main menu. Go into the academy, search community. Yeah, so basically that'll bring up this screen where you can search for players, player lists, I should say, as well. I've never used player lists, to be honest. I've always just gone with downloading one at a time, because sometimes with the player lists you might not get the particular player you might want, or he or she might not look the way you want, so you might opt to go for someone else's creation, unless you do it yourself, of course. Logos, venues, and scenarios. So just for this instance, I'll type in someone's username who wants to be a little bit more recognised for players and whatnot. Another thing is, compared to the first game, the time it takes to actually find players and things like that is a lot quicker than what it was in the first game. The first game was horribly, like, it was hit or miss as to how long it took to actually search and then download the player or venue or logo and things like that. So they have improved that side of things, thankfully, because it was horrifically slow. Yeah, so this person's created quite a few just male players at the moment. Like me personally, I try and use players that have got more up-to-date kits or outfits. Not that it really matters in the end, because unfortunately the way the gameplay is at the moment, it's pretty unrealistic as it stands. So, like, obviously these are sort of 2018 for the most part outfits. That's why I generally go with the more modern, like, I don't know, like, obviously because it's the first major or first Grand Slam of the year, it's going to be hit and miss as to who gets the more updated kits and whatnot, or outfits, I should say. I've got to stop saying kits. But like, obviously, in theory you could download other people's updated outfits and things like that, and then just attach them, if you know how to do that, to the better looking players, the better looking designs. So it's 13 players this person's created. So, but the way the venues look this time is a little bit more, I don't know, so I'll go a week. The way the menu is set out is a little bit different to the first game. You can actually see how the entire venue sort of looks, but you can't really. These are pretty basic. Okay, they're all the same. Well, that one looks slightly different. Yeah, so you can't actually view it. You still can't view it from this menu. You still have to download it and then go into your venues in order to in order to see how the courts look and things like that. So you can only really get that overview as to how a venue looks, and like obviously it gives you the amount of courts and all that sort of stuff as well. These don't really tell you much, do they? Oh, that's not sure what language that's in, but yeah, so that's pretty much how you go about it. Obviously, if you want to look at the stadiums themselves, then you go into Venue Creator, then you can see all the venues and all the stuff. Like what I've done is pretty much as the game came out, just purely for my career mode, I just I went through the ATP tour tournament list, the schedule for the entire year, and I just downloaded every stadium I possibly could according to the city and all that sort of stuff. I think I got pretty much all of them. But then obviously if you want to, if you're more into the creation, oh good lord, if you're into more of the creation side of things yourself, then obviously this is where you go to create your male and female players. And then obviously Venue Creator if you want to create your own scenario, obviously same story. And I think there's a logo one as well somewhere. Yeah, logo created here. So obviously a lot of people have created, this is how they design the outfits and all that sort of stuff. Obviously I'd imagine it's a lot more, I wouldn't say easier, but it's probably a lot simpler to do on a PC rather than off a console, because obviously you got a little bit more control over speed of the how things are designed and things like that. Like obviously you've got control over the mouse and all that sort of stuff, and particularly with the color scheme thing, when it goes from 0 to 256, you've got more control over that, how that slides across, as where it's a little bit difficult to control off a controller on the consoles. But that's more or less it really. So yeah, just if you're not keen on creating yourself, you just simply go into search community. If you've got someone's username, or whether it be off Twitter or you've seen someone comment on a YouTube video or something like that and provide their username, and you just simply just type in their username here. You just got to make sure that you don't have a space after the end of it, otherwise it actually won't even come up. Unfortunately, a lot of people do that when entering the first and last name as well. So if there's a space after the end of it and you haven't searched with that space included, it's actually not going to show up in the search. So that's a little bit of a tedious problem that was there from the first game as well. That's pretty much going to do it for this video. Hopefully that helps people in terms of finding the players, logos, venues, scenarios that they might want to try. And yeah, I'll see you in the